My volume is low as shit, though. I don't know why.
You see your body's low as shit?
My volume?
Volume? Right.
I'll just hold it. Okay.
Yeah, fucking Jerry Nugget. Hell yeah. What is up? Can everybody see me? Can everybody help me? Oh, I need this today, David.
Hey, so what happened with the hand, man?
Okay, so I tried to open a bottle of beer with a lighter, and I like slashed up my hand. Like it's nothing too crazy. It's like four little cuts on my hand, but like I just like sliced my hand up at man. I was like, fuck this, man. It's some bullshit.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh well.
What's up, Dave?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, dude. Check it.
Oh,
yeah.
you prepared.
Hell yeah.
No drink, so doctor's orders.
Gotta listen to the doctor, man.
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh man. Oh, here's that mask.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That's fucking cool, man.
I broke like 3 Dremel bits fucking getting through this material.
I bet.
Yeah. Fucking finish that. That was supposed to be for my brother for Christmas. Tells you how far behind I am.
Well, better late than never. It's a proper count.
All right.
Oh man.
How you been, David?
Hanging in there, man. It's kind of day to day, but I'm hanging in there.
There's designs for you, dude.
You what?
I got all those designs for you.
Really?
Yeah, I got about 3 of them done. I was gonna let you know I can have somebody manufacture them for like half the price of normal.
Okay. We can get together soon and look them over and stuff.
Right.
Oh. Some fucking.
Oh, we're live.
Setup, man. Whew.
Oh, we're actually live.
Yeah, man, we're live.
What's up, YouTube?
Yeah,
We got the thing.
Yeah.
So, TFW.
Whew. We're starting off on a strong topic. TFW.
Everybody in the chat, I can't read the chat, but sound off. Let us know if you're going to TFW. Look for my booth, Bobby X, which I'll be sharing with the Hellhounds guys. So
You'll be there.
It's going to be fun. Please come buy stuff. I need to eat. Starving artist here.
Oh. Yeah, man. TFW used to be a fucking blast, I'll tell you that right now.
Right. I'm really looking forward to it, man. It's the first time I've been out that far with my artwork. So, I mean, I don't really care if anybody buys any of my stuff. I'm just there for meet everybody, hang out. It's kind of like a little vacation for me. So,
Oh,
cool.
Hey, John.
Yo.
Will you do me a huge favor?
Sure.
Will you send me an invite instead? Because I'm trying to go through the website, but the sound is just way too low.
Cool, yeah.
Okay, appreciate it.
Hell yeah, I'll do that just now.
All right.
Goodbye, David.
Let's see if I remember David's email address. And I did. I fucking did. Boom. Okay, so DFW. Is that Millennium? I can't see.
Are we still doing the costume contest?
Who knows? We'll see.
or costume party or whatever.
We'll figure that out. We're probably gonna have a party. We're gonna have a party.
A party.
We're gonna have a party. DFW Mulem. It's gonna be his first time.
Mine too. So.
Yeah. Oh, Serena Gonzalez. Oh, you're going to TFW, girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't see any comments from a Miss Gore fan, do you?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Well, if you see her, tell her I said hi.
Absolutely. Andrew Faye is going to be TFW. Andrew Faye loves a drink.
Andrew Faye, I will buy you a drink, sir.
Hell yeah. Victoria's going to go. Victoria's wrecking.
Oh, and I meant to tell you guys, I need to get with everybody, the three of you guys, and show you guys your design for the T-shirt I came up with.
Oh,
Exclusive
nice.
for TFW. So get your Hellhounds shirt at TFW.
We're blowing our load early tonight, guys.
TFW.
Oh, this is great. All the exclusives are right here. This is what happens. All the exclusives are right here.
All right.
Okay, Ava McCoy.
Yep, that's it.
That's the one. So she's here.
Tell her I said hi.
Oh yeah, she can see you. Larry thinks he's gonna be going.
Larry better go. I'll buy Larry a beer.
That's Larry. It's not a think. It's a Larry is going.
Larry's going, even if it's just for one day. He's going.
Yeah, oh yeah, hell yeah.
I'll stop in Waco and pick his ass up if I have to.
That's what happens at TFW, though. You go for one day, and then your ass ends up stuck there, and apparently a cucumber, right?
Very true.
Oh, team.
All right.
Okay. Well, someone here really likes juggalos. Nick. Nick.
That's probably somebody for me, man, because I do the work with Twisted. So.
Oh yeah. Everyone loves the juggalos. Funny story. Our own fucking Laura's Looney Bin. Apparently, it was either fucking
Laura's a juggalo.
Well, Laura apparently. One of the ICP guys was obsessed with Laura's sister. He used to write her love notes and shit.
Nice.
So,
see, I don't
ride their lowriders to her house.
I don't deal with the clowns, man. It's not my thing. I'm exclusive to M&E because they pay the bills.
Exactly. Andrew Faye's buddy. It's going to be his first time at TFW. He's in for a culture shock.
Nice.
Nice.
Where's he from?
Yeah, where's your buddy from? Hey?
I'll make this deal. Anybody who's out of state that comes to the Bobby X booth, and this is their first time at TFW, I will buy them a beer.
You'll get a free shocker courtesy of me.
David don't get no beers.
Well, it's not David's first time, man.
That's true. Yeah.
Plus, I got plenty for David. So
some craft beers.
Oh yeah.
No beers, man. We're talking of the devil lettuce. Got a couple strains for you to try, my man.
Oh yeah.
Now you're talking David's language.
That's my kind of party right there.
Hell yeah. Okay, let's fucking start this motherfucker. So, everyone welcome to fucking Hellhounds of Horror. It's been a fucking minute. It's been 2 minutes, maybe even 5 minutes. Who's counting, really? But we're happy to be back doing a show. Al, I don't know where the fuck Al is. He's on his way. He's OTW.
Nobody ever knows where Al's at.
Yeah, no one really knows.
He's on a poutine break.
What? Sorry?
He's on a poutine break.
He's on a poutine break.
Poutine break.
But yeah, Al's in Illinois right now. He's out in the fucking wilderness, out in the cold. So We'll see when he shows up. We'll get his attention somehow. Everyone message Al right now. Just like, get the fuck on. I'll piss him off. No, we love Al. Yeah. As you can see, my backdrop's a little different. There's no awkward curtains. There's no fucking insulation.
But that Nightbreed though.
Yeah. So I finally have a place where everyone can see it and appreciate it.
I want one to copy of it so bad, dude.
Like I should have fucking bought this at TFW. I really should have, and I should have got Clive Barker to sign it, but I fucking didn't because I'm an idiot. And I thought I didn't have enough money, and that's fucking a lie. I'm an idiot. So I bought that online after I came home.
Probably double the price.
Well, it was the same price there, but the shipping and when I had to pay import fees was a real kick in the balls.
What kind of print is it? Is it like screen or silk?
No, it's like paper.
It's like thick cardstock.
Yeah, it's like thick cardstock paper.
Right on.
Yeah, it's fucking beautiful, man. Even though it says Dole Bradley right here, I've said this a bunch of times.
It says what?
It says Doug Bradley was in the movie, right? So the chick who made the art spelled his name wrong and added an H at the end of Doug.
So it's Doe Bradley?
Dole Bradley. So when we interviewed Nicholas Vince, I was like, hey, by the way, those prints say Dole Bradley and he fucking died. And I'm like, you have to tell him. He's like, oh, absolutely. Right. And he was telling people that he was signing people's Nightbreed prints, like the Mondo prints with like like drawing a picture of the Chatterer.
Oh wow!
Because he was obviously the fucking Hellraiser, but he was drawing pictures of the Chatterer because he was just like, it was so busy at TFW, it's fucking insane. So he was drawing the Chatterer and signing it like fucking Nicholas Vince and shit, and people were like. People were like, "This is really cool. This is one of a kind." But
right,
man. But that was funny. So he got a good kick out of that. But
right,
fucking Dole Bradley on it.
I'm trying to think of some Hellraiser quotes that I can mix in with fucking Pillsbury Doughboy. Give me a minute.
Take all the time you need. What's up, Queen Cujo?
What's up, Queen?
What up?
How's everyone been doing? In the chat, how's everyone been doing? Like it's been a while. Tonight's gonna have no real format. We're just gonna like fucking chill out with you guys. We'll talk about some movies, obviously, but it's just mainly just us saying that we're not dead. Al might be, but
Al might be.
Al might be. He might be in a ditch in fucking Illinois somewhere, but he'll be here soon. But yeah, how's everyone's fucking 2019 been so far? Genuinely curious.
Mine sucked ass. How's everybody?
Mine's been pretty bad so far.
Yeah, you've aged. You've aged since the start of 2019.
Right.
You've aged since the start of that show. Fuck.
You know who he reminds me of with that mask? He reminds me of a bloody old man Funko.
Oh my god, that's great. I didn't even think about that.
That's hilarious. Do you know I never met old man Funko. Never spoke to him.
Didn't Laura I recall we've had hangouts before where we've invited him in character, and he just kind of just goes off and it. I don't think you were in those hangouts.
I definitely wasn't in those, man.
Laura would dip out because she couldn't deal with it anymore, so she just disappeared.
Yeah, man. A lot of people spoke about him, but I never spoke to him. I think he ditched on YouTube after the whole like monetization shit happened.
Yeah, I haven't seen him put out any content in a few months.
Yeah.
Does he look like his little character or no?
Yeah, when he has the mask on.
Nice.
And then when he takes off, he's like young.
Maybe like 30 years younger.
Yeah.
I wish I had their money, man. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. Viking Lofgren. Do you know what? I'm gonna do it. Do you think I should do it?
I think you should do it.
Think you should do it since it's been a while?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Okay. Viking Lofgren. Shout out to Nick Gurr. Killing it with his $2 super chats.
Never gets old.
Oh, it never gets old, man.
Who was it that just said it without just skipping a beat, dude? Who was that?
Oh, that was
It was Fox.
Fox, yes.
Fox did it. And it was just like, that was kind of weird, and we were fucking dying.
I thought it was Nightmare Maven that did that.
She
caught it
too.
Nightmare Maven, or did she catch it like halfway through?
She maybe got it halfway through. I don't know. I can't remember.
I remember when I was coming on the first time, I was like, they're going to try to get me, and I'm going to say it bigger and shit and be like, what? I knew what I was saying. I don't give a fuck. Give no fucks.
Oh, that's fucking brilliant. Oh, there's Phil. What's up, Phil?
What up, Philly?
What's going on, Phil?
Phil
Give me some of your collection, Phil. I've been seeing some of his posts, man. He's got some nice shit.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
From back before horror was mainstream and cool again. Like, you know, when you couldn't find any kind of merchandise, he had some cool shit.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And he used to get a lot of stuff, or he would get a lot of stuff when it would come out. So
Right. Got to, man. If not, it goes.
yeah,
I still can't find a fucking Michael Myers NECA figure, the new one.
yeah.
Save.
I've never seen one in person. So.
I just went ahead. I mean, because I can't find that one, but I went ahead and pre-ordered fucking Lori. So,
Oof.
dude, Lori strapped with a gat. Like, come on now. Yeah.
Has anybody seen this show before?
Anybody seen what?
Has anybody seen this show that's in my background?
The Handmaid's Tale now. Anyone seen The Handmaid's Tale in the chat?
The Handmaid's Tale. I watched the first 3 episodes, I think.
I couldn't get past the first one. Maybe because I watched it before I went to bed.
It's dumb bullshit. Like fucking Hunger Games wannabe. Bullshit.
That's how somebody described it to me.
Yeah, it's like Hunger Games meets The Village.
Okay.
But not because both those fucking titles aren't good either. But it's just a little bit worse than both of those. Just a little bit. This is boring.
I work for the company. I've never watched any of their originals.
You work for the company?
For Hulu?
Oh, well, I didn't know that, man.
Yeah, that's why the Hulu poster's behind him. He's chatting in on company time.
Nice.
I just don't shit on company time. I utilize the shit out of it.
Hell yeah.
How's the new job working out, man?
It's all right. I mean, when you work in a customer service aspect, I've done it for so many years. It takes its toll after a while. You need to take some vacation days. If not, you lose your sanity.
Dude, I couldn't do customer service, especially like on a phone.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm like 2 weeks on phone, 1 week on chat, so I get a break. But it amuses me because I've done it for so many years. It used to irritate me in the beginning, but over time you learn to be amused by people over the pettiest things that they argue about and try to get out of you. And when you tell them no, they flip out, and it's just even more entertaining.
That's the thing. As soon as somebody would flip out on me, it'd be like, oh, so you're mad? Okay, well, guess what? Go fuck you. Fuck your mama. Fuck your grandma. Fuck your brother and your sister. Kick the fucking computer and be like, peace out, I quit.
Yep.
If they catch me on a bad day, that might happen. It's pretty rare.
Like if I'm talking like art and stuff like that, I mean, I can do customer service, but respect comes a long way, dude. I got a lot of respect for people in customer service because that shit sucks.
Yeah, you got to have a lot of patience for it.
Yeah, you do, man. I've worked in call centers for like easily like 10 years. And
is that what you do?
Not now. No. Now I'm like tech support kind of thing, and I rarely take calls, so I just do like online support
Nice.
email shit. But it's much more involved this time, so like it's very like more the kind of development aspect, like the sort of coding and programming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kind of help with that and like people that kind of shit. So, what's up, Horror Digest? Nice to see you, man. Yeah, I'm actually on call this week, so if my phone goes off, then you guys will see what I do. So,
It'd be the David and Bobby attempt at a show.
oh no, I'd still be here. I'd be like, just give me a second while I fucking cuss this guy out. I'm just kidding. No, the people in my work, they actually know about the show and they're extremely supportive. So I always get people peering over my desk and they're like, so did you get that person yet? Like very sales. Like, did you close that deal yet? Did you get that person on the show yet? And we're like, no, not yet. Like, keep trying.
Did you get back in contact with James Drew Courtney?
We're still talking with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent him a couple of those blacklight Halloween prints, so
Nice.
so I kind of talked with him a little bit back and forth. I sent him a message like, "Hey man, definitely give Hellhounds of Horror a try." I wasn't trying to push too hard, but
yeah, he'll randomly message Al from time to time. He'll text him. Or he'll
he's
call
busy as shit, man.
Yeah,
like, he's a pretty cool guy though.
I think the initial shock of the whole Halloween scenario just kind of threw him for a loop, I reckon.
Well, I think because he had never done conventions and shit like that before. Because he's actually a filmmaker,
right?
Yeah, he has his own production company and things like that. So
nice.
I'm sure he's busy as fuck.
For sure.
And you know he's going back as the new Halloween movie that's undoubtedly coming out. If nobody's heard yet, they've already gotten a treatment and they've already got a writer writing the sequel. So.
Where it's currently to be determined whether or not Laurie and the other characters are going to be in it.
Dude, they gotta cut Laurie out of it, man. If not, there's no point in revamping the whole no brother sister storyline. Like, I just want them to do something big, man. Blow him up, do some shit, just be done with it, and like let his spirit travel to somebody else, and maybe they can continue the series.
You know what they need to do? They need to catch him when he's asleep, face down, and just glue a bunch of dildos to his back and just let him walk around with that shit on all day.
Oh my god, he probably wouldn't even notice it, dude.
Well, he probably wouldn't.
He'll start killing people with dildos.
Yeah,
every time he turns, he slaps somebody with him.
Some deathgasm shit.
Oh god. Oh my god. I haven't seen that shit forever.
Same. Phil, we've not started talking Dead Alive yet, and I've not seen the new Child's Play trailer, but I got told about it. Did you guys see it?
Dude, watch it, but just be prepared. So.
Yeah, my boss told me about it.
They're obviously hiding some stuff. We'll just say that. Like, you don't really see the doll, which is fine. But, yeah. No voice
what
yet.
I've seen, I hate the way that fucking doll looks.
I have a feeling it's not going to be a doll thing anymore with it being AI and they're putting so much emphasis on it. Because how easy is it to destroy a robot? You know what I mean?
I didn't even think about that.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a scene. Have you seen the trailer, David?
Yeah, I saw it earlier.
Okay, so you know when they're all in the store and it looks like some shit's going down?
Yeah.
So I wonder if Chucky is like now the program name. And now, because like there's a scene where it's like, how did one doll do that? You know what I mean? That little last shot, the setup.
Right.
Yeah. How's a doll going to hoist a full-grown woman up in the air? I'm starting to think there's going to be multiple here. So it's going to be some stupid-ass iRobot Will Smith shit.
Well, now my curiosity is piqued. I'm going to go back and watch the trailer again.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it.
Dude, I was pissed when I seen it. So pissed. And I had hopes for it, man. I have respect for Don Mancini and what he did, but, like, dude, you flew off the rails quite a while ago, man. I mean, they're getting it back together now, but like, Seed of Chucky, dude, no, dolls should not be pissing their pants. I'm sorry.
No,
That was so fucking stupid.
and your face's killer Bluetooth devices.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think Chucky is going to be some kind of fucking program that like some terrorist puts into this dumbass thing, and then it's going to lose all of its thing. It's probably not even going to have a voice. It's probably going to sound like a robot.
Or a child.
Yeah.
Who knows, man?
You can't. That voice is iconic to me. Like, I was never scared by Chucky, even though I had a My Buddy doll growing up. Like, after a while, once you get older, it's kind of like, I'll just drop kick that motherfucker. Like, like that first movie, if you remember, like they fucked that doll up, man.
Yeah, fucking Chris Sarandon fucked that doll up.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, now that it's just going to be a robot. I mean, I know it was just plastic and mechanics before, but like this is a robot. Okay, so pull a Terminator on it, run it over. There you go. Ta-da.
Now, I will be amazed if he transforms into something like a Transformer. I will be surprised.
Oh, have you seen the Predator yet?
The new one?
I sent you a copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end, you know, the big fucking RoboCop wannabe Iron Man.
Oh, yeah,
suit.
yeah, the Predator killer.
It'd be the fucking Chucky killer. Big ass robot.
The
Bigger.
Chucky killer.
Or that, when they revamped Twisted Metal, you remember when Sweet Tooth's car turns into the robot and he runs? That's what it will look like. It'd be a big ass Chucky doll clanking along. Chucky-tron.
Bumblebee's gonna look like a straight up bitch. Exactly. But yeah. What? Here we go. Right. What movie would the chat like to hear us talk about first? Dead Alive, Unsane, or Mandy? Throw it in the chat right now. I'm gonna say I just got finished watching Unsane.
I will keep my words until they decide which one we're going to do first.
Same. So yeah, pick now.
Well, since this was a last minute thing for me, I did not watch either 3, so this is all y'all.
That's
You haven't seen Dead Alive?
Have you seen Dead Alive though?
Wait, have we? No, I haven't.
Also called Brain Dead.
I kick ass in the name of the Lord.
I think I want to say that we reviewed it on the old show at one time, but it was one of the ones that I never got around to watching because something happened.
Dude, you got to watch it. Like, I'll buy it for you just so you can watch it.
Yo, it's hard to find.
And it's the same guy that did Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Really? Oh, well, then it's sold. I'll do it.
Yeah, this is like early Peter Jackson. Fucking gnarly.
It puts the original, like, Evil Dead 2 to shame as far as, like, gore factor and how much blood is spilled. It's just a huge gross out movie. And you got a priest who kicks ass in the name of the Lord. Like,
kicks ass in the name of the Lord.
Dude, it's so fucking amazing. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Skull Island from King Kong is featured in it. That's where the little rabid, what is it, a monkey, right?
Like
it looks like a mouse, or a rat, but it's a monkey. Yeah. And that's how it starts spreading the virus.
Interesting.
The whole lawnmower, I'm sure you've seen that in games where you use a lawnmower against zombies.
Yeah.
That came from that movie.
Yeah, from this, yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. Okay, I will pay you to watch that movie. It's hilarious, dude.
Yeah. Here we go. So we got Dead Alive from Phil, Larry, Vade.
I say Dead Alive first. We'll start off strong.
Dead Alive is on YouTube. I mean, it's hard to find like a good copy of like a DVD.
Scream Factory needs to get it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, they do. That would be a fucking great. I'd love to see the artwork.
Scream Factory, if you're watching, get the title, get it done up. Contact Bobby X. I'll do the artwork for free. Hit me up.
There you go. Yeah, the fucking here, Scream Factory, motherfuckers. It's a Sumerian rat monkey, as Phil said.
Sumerian rat monkey.
Sumerian rat monkey.
It sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay, so Dead Alive.
Right.
So this was like I picked this months ago, and last minute, I just decided on it. I was like, fuck it, let's do Dead Alive. Growing up, I known it as Brain Dead because it's called Brain Dead in the UK, I believe.
Yeah.
So when I came over here and was talking about Brain Dead, people didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. They thought I was Brain Dead. They were like, "Oh, do you not mean Dead Alive?" And I'm like, "No, I mean Brain Dead, motherfucker."
Right.
They're like, "No, it's not called that here." So, yeah, fucking Sumerian rat monkey that fucking sneaks into the US, fucking starts biting people, and makes some fucking zombie-like thing. Would you call them zombies?
Dude, I don't know. All I know is like I said, zombie monkeys, guys, King Kong, all right, Kung Fu Priest,
Lawnmower.
complete gross out gore of like Evil Dead 2 style.
Yeah.
Shit, what corpse fucking. You got a baby zombie that is born a zombie, that was never alive.
Pops out of his head.
Yep. You've got probably like 30 zombies killed in like a normal house with a lawnmower. Peter Jackson, the guy that did the Lord of the Rings. It's good shit, guys.
Yeah, man. The one scene that stands out to me for fucking Dead Alive is when she's eating the like.
Oh yeah, don't even dude.
Pudding, and like fucking this like mucusy blood shit starts pouring into it.
Right.
And then she's like,
fucking her ear falls off.
And then her ear falls off inside the pudding.
Is that when the priest and that one lady start trying to get it on?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know. It's at some dinner scene where they're all eating that they start trying to bang each other and one doesn't, like, their head isn't connected. And like, it's real slapstick, guys. It's just so fucking over the top.
It's fucking hilarious. If you've never seen it, it's fucking hilarious. It's just so gross out. And, oh, man.
So it's like, it's Evil Dead, like, meets Reanimator and Dawn of the Dead. Like,
yeah,
it's really good.
It's like that kind of style. It's definitely the old ass fucking the gory sort of.
It's like late 80s as fuck, like MTV.
Oh, yeah.
Late 80s, yeah.
For sure. Josh Rowe just said there's an Easter egg in King Kong on the ship. One of the crates says Sumerian monkey.
Yeah, it goes to Skull Island.
Interesting. Jaleesa says the slopping noises.
Oh, yeah.
That is so gross. Oh, my fucking God.
Don't eat while watching it.
Yes. Yeah. First time, I will attest to that because the first time I ever saw this movie, I was eating cereal. And I thought, yeah, I'm going to put on Brain Dead. Put it on, and when it got to that scene, I like was halfway through my cereal, and I was like, no.
Yeah, any kind of soupy, like in a bowl. Yeah. Don't eat anything out of a bowl. Tapioca pudding. Stay away from that.
Yeah, don't eat
cream of wheat.
No cream of wheat. No fucking oatmeal.
Cream of chicken. It does look like cream of chicken.
Soup, man, holy fuck.
Lord's liquor. Oh, lordy. What was it? The ad that I did for you online?
The Lord's syrup?
Yeah. I'm making small prints of that, too, to have it. I just figured I figured you would enjoy signing it for people. It'd be funny.
I will absolutely. Anyone goes to DFW and wants to sign Lord's syrup print, fucking I'll do it for you.
I got that one for you, and then I got one done up for Al's prison chips.
Oh,
I talked to somebody from prison the other day who actually was like, dude, I don't even know what that guy's talking about. He was like, that's crazy. Like, they don't even do that shit in prison. I don't know what prison Al's been to, but jeez, that was great.
Oh, not a good one, apparently.
Texas pen. Okay, so we have Al message. I don't know when. He says he's going to join in a bit, so.
I wonder if he's seen Dead Alive.
We'll talk about the fucking prison chips.
His reaction to Dead Alive would probably be funny. Like Al, like if you could actually be in the theater, just videotape him when like watching it for the first time, be hilarious.
Yeah, it was that one scene I was talking about really affected a lot of people. Because do you know what it looks like? It looks like custard.
Yeah.
Custard, and then there's this like kind of like it's not deep red blood. It's like a kind of like pinkish hue. Blood like dilutes it, and she's like,
Let's just call it what it is. Like after a minute or two, it just straight looks like a popped pimple pus, just filled up in a bowl.
Yeah, it looks like if you took out a bloody tampon, just let it sit in some custard.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's kind of like when you go to Burger King and they mix the ketchup and the mayo together, and it just kind of
it looks like
kind of like that,
like fancy sauce.
Fancy sauce. There you go.
Yeah.
It's my fancy sauce.
Chipotle. A lot of people can't eat custard now, apparently, because of this. Phil, Cujo can't eat custard because of this fucking movie.
Whew.
I agree. Like, if you're watching this and you're having custard, it's gonna ruin your life. And if you love custard, it's really gonna ruin your fucking life.
If you can, and have a couple beers with your buddies, make sure you watch this like people, because it's just like it's an experience. And have a couple beers or smoke your little weed, whatever you do. Get yourself right, open-minded, and you will probably lose your shit. I guarantee you. I almost pissed myself. Like, every time I watch it, it's so fucking funny. I almost piss. It's great.
Yeah, and then what makes it better is the fact that this guy that went on to do fucking Lord of the Rings was probably one of the most epic movies of all time.
And the funny thing is, you can kind of tell his, like, visual style within the movie. It was really ambitious for what it was.
Do y'all actually still run into people that will tell you that they've never in their life seen Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Actually, no. I've never seen it.
I don't know how these people are living if they've never seen the Lord
I've
of the Rings.
I've only seen all three, maybe once through. I might have seen the first or the second one more than once, but I read the books as a kid, so kind of like
they have no like knowledge of the movie or the books. Like they've never heard of it. They were never
right.
It never piqued their interest to even give it a look. You know what I mean?
We're living in a new time, man.
I know.
Oh my God, Jaleesa just said that she's never seen Lord of the Rings.
Is she going to be at TFW?
Yes.
I'm going to make fun of you.
I believe so. Well, Larry's never seen Lord of the Rings, but that doesn't surprise me. He's seen like every fucking full moon movie.
But Larry's like a special breed of redneck, though. Like I can understand if it's Larry.
Special breed of redneck. I love that. That's great.
Jaleesa, I'm very disappointed in
Lord of the Rings because it bores her. I mean, yeah, if you've ever seen Clerks 2, they just it's just 3 movies of people walking to a fucking volcano.
Don't watch the movies. Just read the books. The books are more exciting. They tell a lot more.
The books are more detailed. Yeah.
The movies are pretty much just a bunch of motherfuckers walking around with like hold some shit in their pocket. So here's first movie. Walking. Second movie. Walking. Stop. Oh shit. I gotta take a crap. Hold on. Walking. Third movie. Walking. Huh. End of movie.
And
the Lord of the Rings.
And then they bring out the fucking Hobbit after the fact. So they did the Star Wars thing.
The Hobbit was more of an interesting movie from what I hear. I haven't seen it, but I heard like that whole story is a hell of a lot better.
Yeah. It's different because it's, the Lord of the Rings is like to save the world, but the Lord of the Rings is like a quest with a bunch of dwarves going to get their mountain back from a dragon.
How you not gonna stop a little short motherfucker like leader of the Lollipop Guild from getting in your damn mountain? Like worst fucking evil empire ever. I'm just saying it. Like worse than the Death Star, worse than like stormtroopers. Like how do you not stop this little motherfucker?
I would think like invisible shield or
the little midget that could.
The little midget that could.
Just keep on going, man.
The halfling.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them in the Hobbit, but like, I'm pretty sure they don't visit the mountain. Like they go in the area where the Hobbit took place,
That's where they find Gollum.
and then
or Smeagol or whatever the fuck his name is.
He's like really fucking shook up because this is where his people died.
Isn't Smeagol a hobbit? Right? He was a hobbit.
Yeah, he was a hobbit.
Yeah, Smeagol was a hobbit. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the best part of the movies, Smeagol. Like the way they body movements and the guy that did that, Andy Serkis or whoever that his name is.
Serkis, yeah, he's a fucking, he's unreal, man.
The guy that does the monkeys for Planet of the Apes, like that guy.
He's really good in the, was it the Avengers, or is it no, it's not Black Panther. He's in
like everything now.
No, I think it was Captain America, the Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing Rafiki in The Lion King. I wouldn't. His movements are, he studies those animals and shit. Like, he's good at it, man.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Fuck yeah.
So what is the rating system? I completely forgot. Do we go to 10?
Oh, fuck. I don't even remember, man. No, we do marks out of 10, I guess. What's up? What's up there? My boy. Everyone in the chat's talking about how the Lord of the Rings is boring.
It is, like I said, I mean, I wasn't impressed.
I mean, I enjoyed it when I first saw it. I saw it in theaters, actually.
The first one I seen in the theaters, and it was pretty big. So, like, I enjoyed that one, but as far as like the other ones, I was like, okay, same shit, different day.
I did like Return of the King.
Well, that was the big epic. That was when everything went down.
I was all about fucking Aragorn, man.
Right.
And fucking Viggo Mortensen was a huge part of the fucking Lord of the Rings, I felt. He fucking broke his foot.
Kicking a helmet, right?
Kicking a helmet, yeah.
Yeah, they actually kept the shot in there. They didn't.
Yeah. Fucking tidbits there.
Is that the end of? No, it's the start of the Two Towers where they were trying to chase down the hobbits, and then it's towards the end before he starts reading the ground. It's when he screams.
It's up on some Norwegian mountain somewhere, and it's real beautiful looking. And he just kicks the shit out this helmet, and dude, he fucking gives the biggest scream ever, and it's real as fuck. He broke his foot.
Yeah, broke his foot.
That's awesome.
It's fucking brilliant.
You don't see him in many things anymore now either.
He was just in what's it called, the Green Book? I think it's called.
Right.
He's been in a bunch of stuff. He was in A History of Violence.
Yeah, I saw that one.
That was a good fucking movie. A bunch of shit, man. But yeah, Dead Alive. What was your favorite part, Bobby?
My favorite part, I don't know, man. It's kind of a toss up.
The lawnmower.
I like when the baby comes through the dude's head, like the actual cover. Well, Al's face was on the little tag. Good job, John. That was hilarious.
Thanks.
But I'd say probably the priest, man. I kick ass, and then like that whole scene where he flips and beats the shit out of that one zombie, and then flips again, and like it was so epic, and I literally almost cried when he just fucking straight. I'm not gonna give it away, but yeah, he doesn't kick ass in the name of the Lord, guys. No. Maybe Moses, but not
He's not
Jesus.
holy.
No, he ain't that holy, man.
Mine was either the baby scene through the head. It was pretty. A lot of this was all practical. Like there was no CGI.
Oh yeah, every bit of it is practical. That was the whole point of it. Was he was just trying to experiment with practical, and that's why it turned out this way.
Yeah, this was
even the monkey is practical.
Yep, monkey's practical. The whole thing is practical. It gives off that cheap 80s horror movie vibe.
Grindhouse vibe, man.
Man, so good. It's such a funny, enjoyable movie. It's just fucking grotesque. Oh,
yeah. I mean, it doesn't rewrite the books or anything on horror, but it was definitely like, okay, it was the Shaun of the Dead of that day, I guess you would say. Like,
right.
It's just so over the top, and it takes all the tropes that had been combined, through all the Dead series, and it just makes it fucking hilarious. It's very, just like I said, Reanimator type humor. It's very just dark humor. Don't watch it with your parents. Like, that's not, grandma's not going to enjoy this movie. Because there is, like I said, corpse fucking, and that's a funny scene too when he's trying to get them to stop fucking. Like, I laughed my ass off.
Yeah.
Like, nope. The one chick's head's like hanging off and shit. I'm like, oh god, it's getting real.
Dude, you fucking see this, man, at least once.
Yeah. I mean, you don't see no like insertion, so like, I'm not trying to scare people away. It's not like that, but it's fucking hilarious. I like that.
I'll give it a shot. If it's by fucking Peter Jackson, why not?
Yeah, it's one of his legendary ones, along with Bad Taste. Bad Taste, pretty good.
Bad Taste is good. That's the one with the alien on the front cover is flipping off, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
I remember seeing that shit when I was in video store, the good old Hollywood and Blockbuster days.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So let's see some of these ratings that we've got so far. So Phil's given an 8 out of 10.
That's a good score, Phil.
Good score. Lonnie's given an 8 out of 10. Andrew Faye, 8. Laura, 6.
Laura.
Serena, 8. Phil gave it another 8. So that's 16 out of 10. Tasha, 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10 from Josh Rowe. Michael Long, 8 out of 10. Some high ratings for this shit.
For me, I'm gonna go with the cool kids. And mine's definitely an 8. So 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Just for sheer enjoyment factor, man. It's just so fun.
It's brainless. Like it's brain dead. That's
you don't even have to like horror movies to enjoy this movie. It's really just so over the top and crazy.
Oh yeah, fucking 2, right? 8.5 in Cujo. Yeah, I'm gonna go like 7.5, 8. It's enjoyable. It's very enjoyable. A lot of fucking insanely talented fucking practical effect teams that, like you said earlier, would put the Evil Dead to shame. I would agree with that big time. Yeah, I'll go an 8. I'll go an 8 too. And then David's.
I think there's like maybe 1 or 2 boobs. They're probably dead. So that's an automatic like 1 point for David.
So that's like a half. Do they have to be like live boobs or like?
No, they can be live, dead, in between. It don't matter. Boob's a boob, dude. You can't turn down both.
If it's a zombie boob where they actually did the actual appliance, that should get 2 points, especially if it looks decent. Even if it's like a single boob.
Agreed.
There you go.
Because that's some artistry right there.
2. David's giving it 2. Another movie that Viggo Mortensen was in was The Road. If you ever saw that.
I don't think I have. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, The Road's a really fucking good movie. Yep. So yeah, fucking overwhelming success. Dead Alive. It's a favorite. I think every horror fan loves Dead Alive.
We should find some way to because if it's on YouTube, we should find some way to stream it. Like have the guys on the show, and just kind of make
a good idea.
So where maybe it's in a corner somewhere, like a little box, and we can stop it every couple of minutes, live stream, so we don't get flagged. That'd be cool.
Let's do it. We'll do that one day.
We should do that one as a show at TFW. It's just a watch with a bunch of people in the room.
Such a fun thing because it's definitely like a party movie. You know what I mean? It's like if you watch Jason Lives, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Fun. It's popcorn. It's a good movie, man.
Yeah. Fuck it. Let's do. We're gonna have a fucking viewing party of Dead Alive at TFW.
I'll bring the DVD, man.
Fuck yeah.
Blu-ray yet, is it?
Hey guys, I'm gonna jump out. I gotta head back to my desk, but I will be in the chat.
Arrow, Diabolic DVD, whoever the fuck can get the
Sounds
right.
good.
Oh, see you, David. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll be in the chat though.
All right, take it easy.
Peace,
All right,
bro.
man.
Yeah, and whoever gets the rights to distribute that, man, I will do your artwork for free.
Yeah, I mean that would be a fucking great Scream Factory release. Steelbook, fucking.
The Night of the Creeps. That comes with
I've seen that. I seen that last night.
As soon as I get off here, I'm pre-ordering that shit.
I'm contemplating it. I really am.
It comes
I
with
got the Angela one.
the Tom Atkins NECA figure.
Yeah, that's that, and the print would be the only reasons I would get it, because it's not a steelbook, it's just a regular Blu-ray. So.
Well, the movie's great anyway. Night of the Creeps.
Yeah, true.
That's another kind of like Dead Alive. It's just over the top fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's all. That's on Night of the Creeps, 24-hour horror live stream. Not live stream. Like horror movie marathon.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, maybe it's not 24 hours, maybe it's like 12 hours, but they showed Night of the Creeps. They showed The Tourist Trap. They showed Flesh for Frankenstein. If you've ever seen that, that's fucking gnarly. And then they showed Street Trash as the finale.
Oh, Street Trash.
It was like one of the original prints of it on reel. Which and then the director did he pre-recorded like a message for it, so they played that first, and he went on to like fucking he produced fucking Titanic or some shit.
Yeah.
He's like super successful as like a producer, but his first movie he ever did was Street Trash, and his only movie he ever wrote and directed.
Hey, man.
It's discombobulated, man. It's fucking gnarly.
Hey, Steven Spielberg fucking had 2 sharks. It didn't work on his set, and it was a movie about sharks, and he made that shit work. So
exactly. Hell yeah. Phil's already pre-ordered the Night of the Creeps. Cujo's debating pre-ordering it.
Don't debate it. Buy it. Buy it now. Trust me. I just now got a steel book of The Thing. I've been waiting and looking for that shit everywhere.
Exactly.
Didn't even have the best fucking transfer of it. Fucking Arrow does.
Yeah. Oh, is the Arrow one? Yeah.
Well, because with the Steelbook, they brought on the actual real update. Because the one they did when they first initially released it for the first time, it was not in the ratio they said it was. It was when Scream Factory was first starting out, but it was the time. But this new one, I just watched it the other day. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I say the sound is probably the best in it, because I never realized how good the sound effects were.
Yeah, man. I love The Thing.
Have you seen
the Thing from Outer Space? Is it called?
Another World.
Thing from Another World. I've not.
I got a copy of that, man. I'll burn you a copy. Bring it. It's old black and white, like literally the whole movie. Because this was before the close-up was invented. So it's like 8 guys all in one room, all in the same shot. So imagine these screens that we're in. Imagine 8 dudes in this motherfucker just talking. And then they open a door.
And then you close the door.
There's like literally 40 times where they open and close a door. In the last like 5 minutes, the last door they open, this big vegetable fucking monster looking motherfucker, which I think he played Frankenstein, like in like one of the Hammer Frankenstein movies. Right. Unsane, the guy that played that guy. But it came from an old science fiction magazine. So if everybody says that John Carpenter's is a remake, no, John Carpenter's is more like the actual source material. The source material is always an ever-changing monster. Whatever that fucking carrot monster was and thing from another world is, that was just what they could make up back then.
Absolutely.
They couldn't cuss either, so they had to like say jumping cats or some shit. I don't know. They keep saying jumping cats like 8 times. Motherfucker, I'm like,
oh, that's fucking dope. See, I always wanted to see it, but I never got around to it. I could never find it anywhere for.
And John Carpenter's actually it stays pretty close to like what like the foundation that they set, because I mean it was in the snow in the Arctic and all that shit, and they unfreeze it, and I can't remember what. I think it's like somebody's heating blanket,
Right?
shit, like warms it up. It's stupid as fuck. Like the
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up, buddy?
Well,
How are y'all
look who decided to join us.
Oh man, it has been crazy. How y'all doing?
Living the dream, man. How you doing? You still up in Chicago?
Yep,
Yeah.
still here. Still fucking here.
I didn't tell John about that one day when I first seen your picture. You were up there for like a week. It was just you snow, and I was like, dude, it's fucking snowing in Texas.
Texas.
Like,
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah, it was a super sudden move, man. Super sudden. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. What y'all talking about?
We're just talking about The Thing.
Okay.
We just rated Dead Alive.
Mm-hmm.
So what? Everyone's curious to know what your thoughts are on it. You've seen it, right?
I've seen it in the past. It's been a long time. All I remember is the thing about the thing come out of the mouth or the whole head and shit. That's the only thing I've seen. But from what I do remember, it's fucking gory as shit.
Kung Fu Priest. Kung Fu Priest.
Good fucking movie. What did y'all rate it?
Everyone went really high. 7.5, 8.5.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Go.
I'd probably do around that area too. I mean, it's definitely not something they should remake, but it holds up. It's a good fucking movie. I haven't seen it forever though. It's on any platform, or is it only on DVD and shit?
Hard to find the DVD. I was telling John, like I've got the DVD of it, but yeah, I was saying Scream Factory or somebody needs to get a hold of that, because that would sell like crazy, man. That motherfucker did Lord of the Rings. Like,
look, if they're doing Scream Factory for like Night of the Demons, they can do it for.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody needs the rights to it.
Hell yeah. Fucking David.
What?
David's like, why does Al look like a farmer?
Look like a what?
Why does Al look like a farmer?
I gotta dress completely different out here to fucking survive. Okay, everyone knows that I'm a vagina when it comes to the fucking cold, but
So
it's I'm acclimated well, rather quickly. Had to shit. It was like negative 55 the other day. It was fucking ridiculous.
Cold, dude.
Fucking crazy.
I'm just getting tons of rain here in Ohio, man. My
Ohio?
basement flooded this morning.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, it was just a couple puddles, man.
How'd you drain it out?
I just mop and bucket. So.
Bucket. Fuck. How many inches?
Oh, it wasn't no inches or nothing like that. It was just kind of pulls up in the corner. So I need to fix the gutters. That's pretty much what that wraps up to.
Wow, the gutter. Oh, I'm like almost done number one. So like,
yeah, I'm drinking Coronas inside right now. I came here to talk to y'all for a second. See what the fuck y'all doing.
Picking some Coronas.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been on YouTube, man. There's a few things I want to do. Just gotta find time to do it. It's crazy busy around here.
I understand that, man. You ready for it?
Not yet. I will be. I have all my stuff planned. Now since I'm here, not flying out of Texas, I gotta rearrange everything.
Oh,
like the lake house trip that me and a few other people are going on. I gotta fucking get that taken care of.
Hit me up later if you need help looking for a flight, man.
I'll do that.
We'll figure something out.
I'll do that for sure. Well, I just want to say hi to y'all guys and shit, man. Just pop in and see how the fuck y'all are doing.
It's good seeing you.
Hell yeah.
Come when you go to say for a cigarette again, you jump on that link, son.
Sounds good. I'll do that. All right, John.
Take it easy, dude.
Please. Oh wow.
Just me and you again, dude.
Yeah. Gruesome twosome.
So what's the next movie? I think we should do Unsane. That way we can end on a good note.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I like your thinking. The chat's going a bit crazy about Al fucking looking like a farmer. It's cold in Texas.
Farmer Al.
It doesn't explain why it looks like he's working picking grapes.
Farmer Al eating his prison chips. I'm going to have to change that drawing.
Farmer Al's prison chips.
Be a character of Al.
Hell yeah. Larry said he got snow in Texas today.
Nice.
Shit, man. Serena's off. Bye, Serena.
Bye, Serena.
Yeah, everyone's just saying bye, Serena. Oh, Unsane. Holy fucking shit. What are your thoughts on it initially then, Bobby? Let's start with your thoughts.
Yeah. Your reaction. I'm just gonna assume this. You know, I mean, either way, it's my opinion. I don't give a shit if people can hate me or not. Fuck this movie. First off.
Do you not enjoy it?
Fuck this movie as far as script and story. Lazy, predictable, and the characters are fucking terrible. Okay? But I will give the props first. The guy who filmed it on an iPhone, speaking from somebody who's had to rig this piece of shit up so I could do this today. Holy shit. I mean, I'm sure he had lenses and stuff, but that was pretty, I mean, it looks low budget, but it was done well. As far as lighting, I would give more credit to like the lighting crew and shit because it was really well lit. But now on to my negatives because that's all I really got. Yeah, fuck this movie. I feel like
Interesting.
I don't know if the chat has seen it. I don't like the main character. If you remember the ending, she I mean, even though that one girl came, I mean, she brought that girl to harm's way to get a shank, and then you're like literally do everything not to help her. You were one step away from pushing the bitch in the door before you shut it on her.
Yeah.
Like, you get what you deserve, man. Like, that's shitty. By all means. But just her character in general, man, I didn't like her. Like, I was hoping that they would go down the route that, like, not focus on the stalker aspect.
Right.
And I've heard from other reviewers and stuff say that, like, it takes a stalker, like, or like slasher movie type aesthetic towards the end. No, guys. This stalker guy, no. He's like, you're right. Like, average douchebag who, like, just hits on you all the time if you're females or, you know, vice versa, who's just an asshole, but tries to be nice. Yeah, like one swift kick to the dick and this dude would be down. That's what I'm saying is like, I think it's because of the limitations they had because of the phone.
Yeah, for sure. There had to have been massive limitations.
Written like blatant, like really just boring. Like I like the black guy that's in it. I mean, that was kind of well acted. There's well acted parts. It's just like
random cameo from Matt Damon.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, when she's
called in favor.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the guy that made it, I can't remember his name. But he's like a Hollywood director.
Yeah.
And he's made some movies, and no one knew that he was making a new movie. And I think the mystique behind it was very appealing to a lot of people. The style definitely.
Because a lot of people don't know like the ins and outs of like I don't know if I ever told you or if anybody that follows me on Instagram really had never. Like, I always wanted to direct horror movies. Dream as a kid. I never wanted to be doing artwork or tattooing or anything like that. No, I wanted to direct horror movies. And so I studied a lot about film school and things like that. What I don't like is the director. I mean, he did a decent job, but the success of that movie or this movie goes to the cinematographer, the lighting people. So unless this director did directing duties and cinematographer, like honestly, guys, being a director is only somebody who can tell a story.
True.
But the story is like basic bitch story. Like it's just it's very vanilla thriller. Like it's there's no like I mean we've seen it before. It's by the numbers.
He did do the cinematography. In the credits, he puts them all as different names.
Now I feel like a douchebag. But I was just gonna say, some people get, like Dean Cundy is also the reason why John Carpenter's movies look so great back then.
Yeah,
John Carpenter has a great eye. I love John Carpenter, my favorite director. But a lot of his movies are because of that look and that style. Well, that comes from your cinematographer. And when director and cinematographer work good, then bam, you get really good looking stylistic movies.
That's when the magic comes out. Steven Soderbergh, I looked it up. Steven Soderbergh, he directed, he was a cinematographer and he edited the movie.
Right.
But in the credits, it's all three different names. So I feel like he purposely did that.
That's a good, team with him, apparently, obviously, because you're working with a small device. But then again, like I said, they had lenses and things like that as well that they were provided by Apple.
So let's see. So apparently he shot the film with an iPhone 7 Plus in 4K using the Filmic Pro app.
Yep.
So that's what he used.
That's a premium app, everybody, not a freebie.
Yeah, that's not a free app.
$1 app. So,
which, to be fair, if you've made movies like Magic Mike and fucking shit like that,
hey,
why are you getting free app?
And Magic Mike, apparently, that's like a very visual, like, well done movie as far as like angles and shit.
Yeah.
But I ain't that big of a film buff, man. I don't need to see like every angle to have junk in my face. I'm good.
Very true. And you can definitely like I really loved the I really loved the feel of it. Like I felt very unsettled watching it.
Or Magic Mike.
Unsane, not Magic. I've never seen Magic Mike. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, you should.
No, fuck that shit.
Settled with it too, man.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, Unsane. Genuinely, it made me really unsettled.
I think
the music.
It looks so like if you were be like FaceTiming somebody, like that one scene where her head like goes all crazy.
Yeah,
like that was trippy as fuck.
It was very, very trippy. The character very much reminds me of. She looks a lot like Sarah Paulson from American Horror Story.
Oh yeah.
Specifically, American Horror Story Asylum.
I thought she looked like that girl from Panic Room.
Jodie Foster.
No, the younger one, the daughter.
Kristen Stewart.
It's Kristen Stewart?
Kristen Stewart plays the daughter of Panic Room.
I don't know, man.
How fucking funny is that shit? Jodie Foster fucking.
Mine was like a couple ago, and I'm like, this dude looks like Rainbow Bright. What the fuck? That's what I'm saying. I'm so out of touch with what's popular now.
I know, right? Fuck. Yeah, like I don't know. It really made me kind of feel weird. I bought this fucking months ago when we were going to do this show for the purpose of watching that to talk about it, and until today was the first day that I ever watched it. And I get what you mean, like that there was a lot of parts that were very well acted. The black guy was very good. I really liked his character. Like, it almost played out like a kind of started off like.
I was more interested in the side story.
Yeah.
Like this
yeah.
company was like literally siphoning money from insurances, like just because like I've been in hospital type situations where it's some bullshit, guys. Like, you're healthy once the money runs out. Like,
right.
It's that way with cancer. It's that way with mental health. So
Yeah, it's a very, very potentially like a political movie because I mean, or capitalism.
Yeah,
because it does touch upon that with the whole like once your Medicaid runs out, then they don't give a fuck about you anymore, and it's all about the money, and they have a quota to meet, like very much like my thought on meeting quotas are like the police. When you start to get pulled over, you start to get tickets for speeding and shit like that, and then other just shit that the police do. They've got a quota to meet, so you're more likely to get shit on by the police at the end of the month when the fucking targets aren't being met.
Unless you're me, because every time I get pulled over, man, like I won't even get a ticket, but somehow I'm always getting searched. Like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
Best advice I can give anybody on YouTube, and I have all the respect for law enforcement, so please don't blow me up and say, "Oh my god, you don't like cops." Okay, I pay my taxes, so yeah, I like cops. I'm paying their bill. So, don't answer questions, guys. When they pull you over, come up to your window, give them license registration, and then they say, well, because they will talk you quickly into some shit. Real quick. Especially if they're trying to meet a quota. Not every cop is a good cop. Some are good, but a lot of them are bad. Do not answer questions, sir. They will literally just look at you and go, okay. And at that point, they literally can only do one thing, and that is their job.
Yep.
If you lead them on, if you're honest, you might get caught up, man. You might get caught.
Yeah, you'll say some shit that you don't mean.
Yeah.
Call them some shit.
Middletown Police Department.
Yeah. So what's everyone saying in the chat about this? So Ben Grimm said that this is an app that he made. He was promoting his app.
Yes, he was.
That's interesting. I mean, that's
well, the movie. Hold on, it's like marketing. Like marketing is promoting a movie. So you gotta look at the fine print, guys. But yeah. So technically, yes, he was doing that but he got paid very well. So he works for him, but he doesn't.
True. Yeah, he never made the app himself. He was just like the spokesperson for this app.
He's a filmmaker. He's not an app designer.
It was an ad for an app, essentially.
A whole other skill set. He's paying somebody else to make the app, or they are paying for it and paying him to endorse it.
For sure.
Off fucking our healthcare system and shit, man. Fucking that movie needs to get made. The side story of Unsane. We'll just call it Unseen.
For
our healthcare.
Uninsured.
Civil liberties. Yeah.
There you go. Uninsured. So what's everyone's thoughts on it? Like, pop your thoughts on it. Not your ratings just yet, but pop your thoughts on Unsane. Yeah, the random ass fucking 5-second Matt Damon cameo. It reminded me of American Horror Story Asylum. She looks very much like Sarah Paulson, where she like infiltrates an asylum so that she can get this news story, and then she ends up being more insane than she ever thought. So there's a lot of parallels between that, where she's. I did notice this throughout the movie where, like you were saying about the police, the more and more you talk yourself into situations, the more and more they will make up these scenarios. Like, she said that she was unhappy or that she was depressed, So that meant that she was suicidal. So they put her for some evaluation,
Right.
kept her in for 24 hours, and essentially left her to cook. And when she sees the guy, she fucking cracks the guy, and then now she's like this.
Oh yeah, she gave that dude the fucking haymaker, dude.
Oh,
good hit.
To begin with, I thought that she might have been crazy. I thought that she was seeing things.
Oh, she's crazy still, for sure. She's just even more crazy now.
I thought
that's how the movie resolves.
Pretty much. I mean, she's definitely like she's got PTSD from a traumatic experience. So I mean, I can't imagine how it must feel like to be stalked and harassed by someone in that way.
Right.
So it's.
I mean, I understand where she's at, like mentally, you know, and hopefully people don't get upset by me saying that, you know, that she's a shitty character. You know, it's just what I mean by that is this character goes through no growth at all. There's no like arc, and she's the main character. It's kind of like, what the hell was the point here? Okay, she starts off, she's kind of a closed off, kind of real introverted type of person. Like she doesn't even talk to her family really,
right?
Unless she needs something, and not a lot of friends, things like that. So, and then yeah, she had that traumatic experience, which could be why she's that way. But she had a stalker. Did it say that there actually something like happened between them, or was she just kind of like trying to run from him because he threatened something? Or was there an actual situation like altercation where cops were involved? I don't think that's what happened.
There is a scene where they go into the details about what happened with the two of them. I don't think they go into that much detail where something happened or missed it.
Well, she was being stalked, you know, and people that have been stalked, I mean, it's going to create, you know, a mental a glitch in your head. You know, it's gonna create disorders and mental breaks, whether you realize it or not. You know, the whole thing about mental health is you don't realize it. You know, crazy people don't realize they're crazy. It's kind of that whole thing. So yeah, I mean, her way of thinking probably was altered and changed because of that. But so she's kind of like this unlikable, closed off character who's the main character, which is fine. But then you don't have any supporting characters other than the one black guy, and like he's not even really, because I mean, what, like halfway through his scenes, like he becomes closed off because, you know, he knows too much or whatever. But I don't know. I just felt like there was a lot of potential with this story to actually be really good. You know, where they could have really focused on like this hospital who's draining money, you know? And
I totally get what you mean with that. It was an interesting aspect.
It just seemed like a cop out to go with the stalker guy showed up.
Yeah.
Like, and then just for it to, okay, you know, he's gone, the hospital is gone, and she's still crazy. That's the resolve of the movie. It starts off crazy, and she ends crazy.
Yeah.
And like she's even a worse person now because of the experience, because she literally killed a girl. She brought her into harm's way, and when she could have had a chance to help her, she did not. She did everything but push that girl back in that room. She didn't even hesitate. Now, I mean, by all means, I respect the game because I'd done it too. You know, shit. Save yourself. But, you know, it's just not a likable character trait when you already started off as a kind of like bland, introverted type of person. I don't know. Like I said, there's no real character to latch on to.
Right. I mean, in the very beginning, she starts off. She doesn't need to start off as like an introverted character. Then she starts going out of sort of comfort zone because she is told not to use her phone. She's told not to. She's told to carry her keys in her hand because of the scenario with the stalker. So starts to finally branch out to using her phone and starting to mingle with people. Like she meets a guy on Tinder, and she sees him at a bar, and they like start hitting it off, and they go back to hers. Then she.
Could you imagine a first date like that though?
That would be fucking terrible.
Like, especially if you like had a couple to drink, you'd be like, "What the fuck did I do?"
Yeah, I wouldn't even begin to imagine how fucking.
Right. Because isn't she like even trying to say, "Hey, let's like hook up, no strings attached"?
Well, she essentially they meet up on Tinder. They go back to hers. She starts showing her apartment, and they start making out, and then boom,
I'm saying it.
Drops to the floor and starts screaming.
Imagine these guys, like all you guys out there, your first date. Just saying, or even girls. Shit.
Yeah, anyone really. If and I mean, yeah, you'll have that mental block of what did I do wrong, but like. It's all about how you handle that situation. You can either be a dickhead about it and be like, nah, fuck this crazy bitch, or you can just be like, okay, I apologize if I've done something wrong, and you just leave.
I'd be that dumbass who was like trying to make a joke or something to make them laugh. Like, it's okay. It's okay.
High five.
High five.
Yeah,
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Yeah, I'd probably make a joke or something too, but that's just me as well. We're all fucked up in this community.
Good God, are we?
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
But yeah, like for the most part, I didn't know if she was just seeing things or if this guy was really real. If he really did get her committed in an asylum, and in order to trap her because he loves like that aspect, I agree. Like I don't like that.
He didn't even get her committed though.
I feel like he did. I think he fudged the paperwork.
Well, no, she accidentally signed it. She just didn't read it.
True.
Read your paperwork, kids.
And that's the crazy thing as well. Like, how would she end up at that?
She was there. It was saying that she could be held for 24 hours. Right. If the doctor seed fit, that's what happened. That's how she got held over. Well, that first night, she decked the shit out that one, like, she, Hadouken that motherfucker. Hadouken. Punched the fuck out of him. So she got, because of that.
She got 7 days.
She got 7 more days. So it wasn't even him that masterminded that. It just so happened, because remember, he killed one of the nurses.
Right.
Yeah. And that's how I started to figure it out.
That's why you discover, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it could have been like some conspiracy. Like, this dude could have literally been, like, that would have made a better movie. You know what I mean? Because then it's like scary from a stalker standpoint.
Yeah, because he would go to that. That's what I took from it. Because I was kind of like,
it's like every interesting turn or subplot that could possibly be formed, or like, oh yeah, you see this right here? You see this? Like, fuck your shit. Fuck out of here.
Oh,
we ain't going for a sequel. The fuck up out of here.
Oh yeah, no, there would never be a sequel.
Nobody knows what it's like to be stalked.
There's no
that shit ain't scary. It was just stupid. Like, it could have been really smart, I feel like. Okay. But it's adequate.
Yeah, it's an enjoyable movie. It's unsettling. The music that they use, although it's very varied, and I think it's effective. From a cinematography standpoint, it's a great fucking movie. I totally get what you mean, though. It's very it's lacking in the script and stuff, but
it looks like a Blumhouse horror movie. It's like a Blumhouse horror movie, like budget look to it. You know what I mean? It's not like Avengers high quality, but it's got that adequate horror movie look for today's times, and it was done on an iPhone. I mean, this was a technical movie from the get-go. Right. The script is basic. I could write this script, guys, and I don't write scripts. I'm not a writer, okay? Oh. So you could write this script in an afternoon. But as far as technically, if you're somebody who's into, like, Dean Cundy, cinematographers, or just the technology of cameras. I mean, yeah, it was very well done. But I will venture to tell you this. If none of you guys know, look up Crypt TV on YouTube.
Yep.
Okay, guys, super, super low budget, small, like indie filmmakers, and they're making stuff like this on, okay, just because, okay, the cameras in our phones, they're only enhanced bigger on digital format when you start actually using video recording cameras. The difference is you got built-in lenses and things like that, okay? But the clarity is all in the size of the camera, the eyelid. And so it's just, from a technical standpoint, when you reach that level, you could do it with a phone is pretty much what they were saying. Yeah. And that's cool to see, you know?
Yeah.
It's just don't go in for the story. It's just really dull when you really look at it and you're like, oh wow, every kind of cool little thing you could have done with this, you literally shit on it.
Yeah, it's like a gag. Like, I get it. Like, it's from a marketing standpoint.
Who wrote it? It's probably the same. Probably the director wrote it too.
It wasn't the director that wrote it. It was written by two guys. I'll see if one of them.
You had to have two people in on this shit.
Yeah, two people.
Were they in high school?
One of them wrote. One of the co-writers wrote The Spy Next Door. You know, the Jackie Chan movie.
That isn't. No, I don't. That yeah.
Max Keeble's Big Move.
Well, so far I see why the movie is pretty basic. Yeah.
This was one of the co-writers, and he co-wrote fucking.
Next, you're gonna tell me he wrote The Expendables. Right.
No, not quite. Yeah, fuck that guy. Yeah, I mean, overall, enjoyed it.
Right.
Everyone, put your fucking ratings in the chat.
It was, like I said, for my whole idea.
For what it was.
Yeah, it's just the way I look at movies is there's two sides the way I look at it. Like, there's movies like Halloween 2 and stuff like that. Like, there's parts of Halloween 2, the original, that I like more than John Carpenter's Halloween.
True, yeah.
Okay, and that's because, like, you know, the red light on the face, and like, these are images that I have in my nightmare. Like, I'm an artist when it comes to that stuff, but there's also movies that should tell a story, and I just didn't get that from this, and I was kind of hoping that I would, because like the camera, it's cool, but it's like, okay, it's cool for the first two scenes, and then now we have to watch a story. You'll make it to the end. It is interesting. It's just not, you know, we live in a world with like really complex storylines now, you know.
Right.
Just don't expect like Inception or or Shutter Island or, you know, it's not going to blow your mind. And I would be really shocked. Here we go. TFW, if you come up to the booth and tell me that you legitimately did not see the twist coming with this movie, like 20 minutes into it, I will buy you beer. But I'm gonna make fun of you for quite some time. So be prepared for that. But I will get you drunk.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was enjoyable. It was a gimmick, but it was enjoyable. I really liked it.
Right.
A lot of people are talking about this fucking Batty Boot figure that I've got right here in the corner here.
How the fuck can people see that? Can people see my shit back here?
Oh yeah. You can see everything. You can see all. Oh. Yeah, man.
Oh God.
Full moon shit, man.
Those are probably, like, that interview, probably one of my favorites. That shit was hilarious, man.
What one?
I don't know, man. We'll just say, like, if anybody's new to Hellhounds, check out any of the clown females that are interviewed on this channel. Oh my God, that shit's hilarious.
Oh yeah, fucking
They don't hold it back.
Victoria DeMar is just very X-rated, and we fucking
Yes.
love her for that.
Yes.
I still talk to her. She's fucking cool as shit. She actually did a really fucking cool thing for David. She was following David on Instagram, and David had to sell a lot of his like Puppet Master collection.
Yeah, I seen that.
And she messaged them, and she's like, I'm getting these figures in, and I'm gonna sign one, and I'm gonna send it to you for free of charge, so that you can start your full moon collection again. And she fucking did it.
That's so cool, man. That's really cool.
So she's like, message me your address, and I'll send it to you. So last time we did the show, she was hoping that David was going to be there because she wanted to talk to him about it and tell him that it was coming. She was waiting for a shipment of them, and she signed it for him, sent it out to him.
Right. The alumni of horror actors, screenwriters, anybody that's associated with it, some of the nicest people I've ever met. You know.
Oh yeah.
Like it amazes me, and I've met some some pretty big people. I've met Alice Cooper, and Alice Cooper will always be probably my favorite person I've ever met. But like with her doing that for David, James Hugh Courtney, I told you that with my prints, he posted that on his Instagram, and he'd have to do all that and then purchase some, and then now me and him talk all the time, and I'll probably get a signature. Is he at TFW this year? I don't know.
Yeah, he's gonna be at TFW. Same with Nick Castle.
Yeah, so I'll go up to him and shake his hand, and if Nick Castle's going to be there, I'm going to fangirl out. So somebody's got to watch my booth.
He's at TFW, so
we'll do a raffle. Who gets to watch Rob's booth while he goes bust a nut all over Nick Castle to get a signature? That'd be great.
Oh my god, that's fucking brilliant. Oh, Michael Wong did not like it. He gave it a 2.
A 2.
2.
I mean, I would give it like a 5 at least. Actually, another point to a 6, just for what they did with the camera work. So 6.
Right. I think because it's so fresh in my mind, I'd probably give it like a 7. Like I genuinely did enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
I'll probably watch again to try and hone in on the small details. Absolutely, you could tell that twist a mile away.
I seen it 3 days ago. It's kind of one of those things we should do an update video in a couple of days,
right?
And you'll probably feel how I do. Like, wow, that was fucking stupid, because it pisses you off. You're like, man, you could have went here. And yeah. I don't write stories, so if I can figure that out, man, really?
For sure.
What?
Yeah, I know what you mean. We'll see. We'll see. Josh Rose giving it a 5.5. Victoria's giving it an 8. Interesting. Yeah,
I could
7.
I could see why, but if you're somebody who has had issues with stalking or something like that, I could see you latching onto that. I just feel like they could have done so much more.
Agreed. Yeah.
They didn't even bring in a virtual stalking. You know what I mean? Getting in contact with people's family. You know what I mean? They just kind of, well, I mean, the mom is dead at the end, but
yeah, they alluded to that as soon as the guy goes to the
right.
Before she even opens the door, you knew it's the guy.
Yeah.
When he's like, "Oh, room service," she's like, "I don't know,"
right.
or maintenance or whatever. You just fucking knew it was the guy. The whole stalker aspect was definitely a big
It almost seemed like it was something that they could be like, oh, hey, we're this is a modern spin, because a lot of girls were in the Me Too society and things like that, and it's shit. Look at Halloween 2018. It's very pro girl power, and that I guess that's kind of what made me pissed off about it, because I feel like if you don't go all the way to make it a horror movie and actually make it about like the stalker, like really being a stalker, and that's the focus, it's just, I don't know, there's just way too much stuff that interjects into it, and it just gets, but it's a very basic story. I don't feel like it got more than maybe one Passover. You know what I mean? Before they were like, "Yep, let's do it."
True. Yeah. I mean, I can definitely understand where people would come from where they wouldn't like it, or there's a lot of aspects where it does need work. But I think overall, as a film, and how maybe I just played into the gimmick. Maybe that's why. Maybe I just played into the whole like shot on a phone, DIY kind of shit.
Oh yeah, I mean it's cool. It's inspiring as fuck, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh.
Considering this guy is like a big Hollywood director.
Right. It's just you know, the way I look at it and the way I rate things for people. Okay, because in the end, it's all opinions, man. Opinions are like assholes. We all have them.
Yeah, we all have.
Okay, 99.9% of them stink. So, like, fuck it. You know, all I'm saying is like, hey, if it's between this and Dead Alive, you'd be a fool to watch this.
I mean,
just saying, man.
Yeah, and again, it all depends on what your preferences are. If you're into like the whole gore aspect, then obviously it's going to be Dead Alive.
But yeah, but the story was way better though.
I mean, even like
it had a conclusion and story arcs and character development.
True. Yeah. I mean, here's the thing here. If Unsane was nominated for an Oscar, it would not be considered a horror movie. It's not a horror movie. It's
not a horror movie. It's
a thriller essentially.
Yeah, because there's no jump scares.
There's no jump scares. Or
yeah,
like that, yeah.
You're not a horror movie these days if you don't have at least one. Okay, at least one, either with your music or your visual style, whatever. I don't like jump scares either, but it's just the world we live in. You can't market it to big studio houses to distribute it without having some kind of a jump scare.
Yep.
And like, it just doesn't have that. Like, it has kind of like a little bit of atmosphere, but that's mainly from the way it was shot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, especially like,
sure.
The way they did the little head trick and like some of the shots where it looks like the phone was literally like sitting here, you know, like on my table.
Yeah.
And like looking up and there was like a cup on the side and shit. Like, it was cool because, you know, we do live in a world where we have little tiny cameras with us at all times. You know, but all it is like a security camera home feed, like perspective is essentially what it is.
Yeah.
So take your little ADD cameras and, you know, you can make your own movie. But, so that was cool. I'd like to see like that style in a spy movie, like 007, you know.
Yes, that's true.
You know, the perspective from like a pocket camera or whatever, or a wrist camera. It'd be cool, you know, but it's just more of a technical thing type of movie, you know, and that's cool. Yeah. Stanley Kubrick's Space Odyssey is huge. I mean, that man did a lot of visual shit. So you have visual directors who are very focused on the camera, and but ultimately,
some are focused on the story, some are focused on the camera.
Right.
So
it's got to be a good mixture of both to make a good movie.
I agree. I agree with that.
You can get too caught up in the story as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which is another thing that 2001 Space Odyssey does, which blows my mind, because how can you be visually over the top and story make no damn sense either?
Because your name's Stanley Kubrick and you don't give a fuck.
Don't give a motherfucker.
He does not give a fuck. But speaking of a great mix of visuals and story, let's move on to the final movie, which is Mandy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, so I'm going to just go ahead and drop this bomb real quick.
Yeah.
If anybody's seen my top 5 for 2018, well, I've recently rewatched Mandy, and I've recently rewatched Halloween 2018. Switch the two. Mandy is my top pick for 2018. And I stand by that because not only is it like visually stunning, it breaks new ground, but the story is done in a format of the old days of fables, chapters. And each chapter is unique. You could literally break each chapter. It's almost like, I don't know if anybody remembers the Todd McFarlane Spawn animated series. Before there was like a big budget movie and stuff, it was like an animation movie. And it was on HBO, and it was extremely violent and over the top. This movie reminds me of like the animation of Heavy Metal and like that Spawn animation series, like the 90s real dark animation that your parents were like, fuck no, you're not watching that shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's what this story reminds me of. It's just so over the top. And I don't know. I feel like this is going to be one I'm going to be watching like quite a lot. Like as much as I watch like John Carpenter's The Thing. It's just
it's I had a lot of people like talking to me about Mandy, and this is for me, it was very much like Terrifier. It was one of these ones where I didn't want to just stream it online. I wanted to personally buy it, sit down, get it on the fucking 4K TV, and fucking watch the shit out of it.
right.
And again, I'm so glad that I did. There's 3 movies from last year that I genuinely sat down and I purchased, and I sat down and watched them.
If they re-release this in theaters, I would fucking buy a ticket like every day just to see it. Like in an IMAX setting, holy shit.
I mean, I wish, but I don't think they'll ever do it because I think it's too experimental for a mainstream audience to go and enjoy.
That's the problem, though, man.
Yeah.
Creativity is dead in Hollywood.
Like I was saying, this was one of the 3 movies that I genuinely like had to purchase to sit and watch.
Right.
Terrifier, Get Out, and Mandy. Those were my 3 movies that I just had to purchase and sit and watch and base my opinion on it. And all 3 I thought were fucking incredible. And Mandy specifically is number 1 for last year. I agree 110% with you on that one. It was visually stunning. They went full Nick Cage. The scene in the bathroom.
No, okay. Take Face Off Nick Cage. How crazy that shit is. I mean, remember, he grabs a fucking girl's ass in a choir, and like it's amazing. I love fucking Nick Cage in that movie. Mix it with the Wicker Man Nick Cage, like how the fucking screaming and like it just comes out fucking amazing.
See, I feel like in comparison to any other film that Nicolas Cage has ever done, he's not went to this length of Nicolas Cage.
I guarantee you right now, I put money on it. That was real fucking vodka.
Oh, absolutely, it had to be. And the funniest part is when they originally they did send the script to Nicolas Cage, and
he was going to be the cult leader.
He was going to be the cult leader. They wanted him to be the cult leader. He said, "No, I want to be Red." And they're like, "Well, I mean, we wrote the character of the cult leader after you, and blah blah blah." And he's like, "No, I want to be Red."
But that's what's great is because like he does not look like a dude like, but he just looks like us, like a regular motherfucker. And I mean, I'm just being real with you. The shit that this guy goes through in this movie, yeah, man, I'd fucking do it too.
See?
I'd drop that acid quicker than shit, homie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's a modern day love story because he's just, his life is just his job.
It's the Divine Tragedy or whatever.
Yes.
Dante's Inferno story, essentially.
Right. Yeah. So he's going through all these rings of hell to get vengeance on these fucking horrible cunts that took the one person that was important to him. Because it's not as if he lived in this like he didn't live in the city. He lived in a secluded cabin with the one person he could tolerate.
Right.
And he was just obsessed.
He's a lumberjack.
He was a lumberjack, and his house was this beautiful cabin, and she didn't have to work a day in her life because
she was an artist.
She was an artist, and he would go out all day. He would slave so that she could do her art. Like it's.
They had that cosmic connection. Like some people out there, like I ain't gonna get too deep into that shit, but you guys know, like whether even it's your own buddy or something like that, you meet motherfuckers in your life that you're like, okay,
yep.
You know, especially in our horror community and all that stuff. You know, like some of the people I've met online here, like John and Al and all of them. Like sometimes you just meet people that are, you know, you're connected to
instantly, just tight.
Well, that's what they have. Like they don't even have to say it, but you can tell.
Yeah.
By just the way they shoot the movie, like that yellow hue and stuff when he's looking at her, like it's all representation of that. A lot of symbolism in this movie.
Oh, absolutely. Symbolism is huge. And then him being fucking tied with fucking barbed wire in his mouth and shit. Oh, man.
Practical effects, again, are really, really good in this movie.
Yeah. A lot of great fucking lighting. Again, back to what you were saying about Unsane, like the lighting in this was just fucking.
Oh, dude, it's Argento all day.
Yep. Argento influence. Yeah. The guy that did the score, I believe he died. He overdosed after the movie came out.
I believe I'd heard that. Yeah.
It was the last movie they ever scored.
This is a very good score too.
Fantastic score. Like.
It fits the movie. Like I couldn't put the score with anything else.
Yeah, it's very like discombobulated. It's not like It's not this like beautiful melodic score. It's very like disjointed and.
It's definitely there to set the mood.
Absolutely.
Atmosphere and stuff. Like you feel uneasy when you need to feel uneasy, but then like the shots where he's looking at her and stuff, like you genuinely feel like, okay, cool. Like it's just easy. But I mean, this movie just gets. You know, you definitely go on this trip, so to speak, with this character. The movie does a great job of making you feel. You know, I've walked out of like really, really good movies that made me feel fucking just really sick afterwards. You know, like some, you know, the like movies with rape and stuff in it, like, you know, I Spit on Your Grave or whatever. Like, you know, even though I like that movie. Because she gets her vengeance in the end, like it's a hard scene to watch. Last House on the Left, like it's a hard scene to fucking watch.
Right.
And but this movie has these sequences. Like what?
Oh, I was just saying peace to Larry.
Oh, okay.
Well, I was saying it early in my head. I didn't want to.
I thought that was like my wrap up cue. Like 2 minutes, motherfucker. Shut up.
2 minutes, motherfucker. Nah.
Yeah, but This movie was top of the year for me, and it's hard to beat fucking Michael Myers. I got fucking the Halloween pumpkin tattooed on my arm. Huge influence on my life is Halloween, but this movie, you know, I mean, Michael Myers has been around for a long time. They didn't really do anything that creative with the character this time around, which is good because they did bring it back to the basics. But this movie, even though it's telling a tale as old as time,
it
made you fucking feel that shit.
Yeah.
And Cheddar Goblin.
Yeah.
Mad respect for Cheddar Goblin.
I would see all these people on Instagram posting about fucking Cheddar Goblin and all that, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Is this like the bad guy in Mandy? Like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
And then when I watched it, I was like, oh, it's just a commercial on TV.
It reminds me so much of fucking RoboCop, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good.
I'd buy that for $1 sequence, or like what car salesman with the dinosaur and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's just random fucking little in the most weirdest place.
Yeah.
It was great because this movie is not a horror movie. That's another thing. It transcends it. It's more of like a horror fantasy, but in all the best ways. Yeah, it's like an '80s version of Bloodborne. Like just real, like everything is just nightmarish, real Lovecraftian, like nightmarish. But it's supposed to represent the trip that he's on.
True. Yeah, that's
from the very heavily influenced Cenobite bikers.
Yeah. Yes, I thought so too. Very Clive Barker-esque.
Yes.
Yeah, it was just like this fucking gnarly ass movie where the bathroom scene that we were talking about earlier with again, I agree with you. I think that was real vodka. I had to mean that still to this day gives me goosebumps.
Yep.
Because he goes through the entire range of emotion and loss and grief and
the closest. Okay.
Same section.
The closest I can maybe bring an example of like how good this scene is and how well you believe it. Don't think about The Wicker Man, where he's like, no, not that. Yeah. Okay, Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, when Brad Dourif walks in on Annie and she's dead for the,
Yeah.
I believe in that scene, like, he must have had like a daughter or a niece or somebody close to him that had passed away at some point in time that he just let out at that moment. Like, that's genuine fucking emotion coming from that man in that scene. Yeah. Right. Nick Cage, like, tenfolds that shit in this scene. Like, yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's a bad thing on me or something, but I was able to really relate. Like, I felt that. Like, you could feel just visually watching it. It's not easy.
Oh, yeah.
He goes through probably every emotion.
He does. He goes through every emotion. He's laughing, he's crying, he's screaming, he's shouting, he's drinking. It's just this intensity that, like, it fucking gives me goosebumps.
It's not even violent, He's not like breaking shit or anything really. Like,
yeah, he's just in this like this little cute bathroom that obviously that his
all the memories of his wife.
Yeah. So that's the one place he goes, and he's just in a baseball team and some fucking Y-front, some fucking tighty whities with a bottle of vodka, and he's just like standing up and he's walking, he's pacing, he sits in the toilet, he drinks, he's just fucking just this intense emotional scene. Like, I was there just to watch that happen.
The genius of this movie is to see that, so you're like, oh fuck, you really care about this guy now.
Yeah.
And then it sets you up because remember, he's got to be the hero. And I'm just gonna let you guys know, Nick Cage gets brutal as fuck in this movie. Okay, like he makes a big ass metal axe. Like, I don't know who the artist was that made that, but that was the coolest thing ever to put that in the movie. And it's not even really that important, but it's kind of pointless in some degrees. But
yeah, absolutely.
There's not like big, huge highlight scenes that I remember that, other than just the point where he's holding it and it looks badass.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool. But yeah, he fucks some people up in this movie and does some crazy shit.
The other scene for me is where he's in the car with the like pink purple hue, and he just kind of like with like the kind of yellow hue that you were talking about.
Yeah.
And he's just staring off like full cage eyes.
That's after the drugs, right?
This is like at the end. And he like looks over, he's in the car. I think it's just before he goes, or just after he kills the guy, the cult leader, where he just fucking crushes his head.
Oh yeah, the most anticlimactic like kill of a cult leader.
Yeah. But I mean, I agree it's very anticlimactic, but it's also very personal. Like,
Well,
it's not like he's just cutting him up.
The movie has nothing to do with the ending. It's everything to do about the journey.
It's everything up to that point.
It's the journey, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely the journey. And to be fair, like if this was the person that had killed the one person that you are obsessed with in your entire life,
right?
You wouldn't want to just like shoot him in the face, or you wouldn't want to stab him. You'd really want to get up personal,
right?
Crush him slowly.
Mm-hmm. That's why this is in essence, this is as old as like Shakespeare, man. It's a tragedy. This is a tragedy movie. It's not really a horror movie. It's tragedy. Because in the end, that's why the climax isn't that climactic with the killing of the leader. Because how many people have tried to get vengeance and got vengeance and still felt like shit? In the end, Mandy's still dead. She's still gone.
Yeah. And that's where the symbolism of the end, where he's in the car and he's looking over in the driver's seat, and she's there, she's always with him, she's always on over his shoulder, but like
she's not physically there.
She's not physically there, yeah. She's a symbol for this entire journey that he's taken, because he has taken a journey. He's living this like simple logger's lifestyle to then being this like fucking.
Yeah, he was sober too, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sobriety to somebody fucking with cranking drugs, like Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean, I did some drugs back in the day, but good Lord.
And I mean, I think when you strip back all the layers, it's really that love's going to make you do anything.
Yep.
That's the whole point of this story.
Story as old as time.
Yeah. And I mean, like, there's a lot of movies where if you do start to strip it back, there is really nothing.
Right.
No bare bones to it, like. But there's a very there's a simplistic message in this, and it's love will conquer all.
Yep. And
then when you start to add the layers to it, that's when, and that it just made me think. It blew my mind. It blew my fucking mind.
It's a very simple story.
Yeah.
That is purposely made complex by visual influences, pop culture references, things like that this personal director has had in his life. This was a director, like this was his passion project. Mm-hmm. He worked very closely. That's why you didn't see this movie everywhere. You know what I mean? Hereditary, yeah. You know, it's good. I like it for what it is. This movie blew my expectations out of the water.
Same.
Because it had such a base story, but it understood that story so well that it could overcomplicate it with all these things that we are, so used to and accustomed in our life, over boozing yourself, over drugging yourself to get vengeance and then not feeling any relief at the end. How many stories have you heard of people saying, at the end of court cases, when you find out they're going to get sentenced to the death penalty or life in prison, they don't have any kind of joy or relief from it, like they're just kind of still mad, like, how many of us experience that on a daily basis? Like we can all relate to it. So it's a story that everybody can relate to. And then, you just put different references in there, drugs, alcohol, the biker culture, awesome Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 nod to chainsaw fights. And anybody knows who follows me, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 is my shit.
Fuck yeah, same.
Burn it like a rat.
Oh yeah, like I've literally got my fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2.
Yes, sir. Burn it like a rat. Burn it like a rat. Burn it like a rat.
Oh, that's my shit. I fucking love Texas Chainsaw 2, so I'm doing that shit. Yeah, like.
Dude, we could do a whole episode on Mandy.
We literally anyone that's going to talk about Mandy, like if
All I'm gonna say is if anybody gives Mandy a below a 5 rating, don't come to my booth.
Yeah, fuck off.
I don't sell my products to you.
If anyone gives Mandy below 5, I will personally at TFW tell you to fuck off to your face.
Mandy was highly underrated
Just kidding.
movie of the year. It was really good.
Yeah, I'm glad Shudder picked it up.
Yep.
Because Shudder released it a week after I purchased it on DVD, Blu-ray.
If it wasn't for you hooking me up, I would have never really seen this because I don't have Shudder. So because of that, now I've got my own copy and everything else.
And it's
hit me up for that code. My followers follow me on Instagram, and I'll do a drawing or something like that on next Friday. Get the code to my Mandy copy.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so we got an 8. Starting strong. Yeah, you definitely need to see Mandy if you haven't already. Faye hasn't seen it. Have mixed reactions.
Andrew Faye hasn't seen it?
Don't listen. If anyone says mixed shit about Mandy, don't fucking listen to them. Just fucking take your own opinion. I didn't watch any review. I didn't watch trailers. I didn't
even see a trailer. Yeah.
Same. I saw the poster and I was like, I need to see this movie because I want to see it. And I'm so glad that I did.
I was told it's like Metalocalypse meets heavy metal in a big bag of what the fuck.
Yep.
And it just comes out Nicolas Cage awesome.
Yeah.
Best Nicolas Cage we've seen since, back in the day, like Con Air and shit.
Yeah. 60 seconds. Nick Cage was a fucking man in this. Queenie loved Mandy. What's up, Queenie? Michael Long gives it a 9.5. Laura gives it a 3.5. Laura, you didn't even fucking watch it, so you can shut the fuck up.
All right, Laura. I'll keep my eyes out. I'll come to my booth.
I'm literally going to see Laura in like a week and a half.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're going to a lake house in fucking Michigan.
Right on.
So it's going to be me, Victoria, Serena, Al, and Laura.
Holy shit!
And
dude, what part of Michigan?
Port Sanilac.
Hit me up later.
Yeah. We'll be there. Fucking. I'm gonna make Laura watch fucking Mandy.
Well, make sure she watched Dead Alive.
Yeah.
Too. Definitely watch Mandy, but Dead Alive is a must. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I want to hear the stories of her throwing up. That'd be funny.
That fucking custard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking. I honestly would give Mandy like I was gonna say a 9.5. No, fuck it. I'm gonna give it a 10.
Yeah.
I love every single second of Mandy. And I don't really have anything bad to say about it, so.
Mandy's it's 10 for me. And that's not even just, like I said, that's filmmaking part of me. That's like story, enjoying story part of me, and visual wise, like that. I'm planning next year's like exclusive for conventions to be Mandy. Inspired. Like this year was like very heavily Halloween and TFW, but yeah. So I'm already like it. I'm inspired because of how basic it is.
Yeah.
It's so simple, but it's so like it tries to be overly complex.
Purposely. It's purposely over complex for the layman.
Essentially, the basic story of this movie, story as old as time, is treated like a subliminal message. That's the best way to put it. It's not like blatantly in your face, like he's gonna go fight for his love. Nobody says that, but it's there. It's all sprinkled in. It's just like just advertisements and to control you. Like it's subliminally put in there. and you put the pieces together, it'll make sense, but it'll make sense to you in your own certain way. Like John looked at this movie different than I would look at this movie.
True. Yeah.
And that breakdown scene was vital.
Yeah.
To that movie. I guarantee you Nick Cage saw that was, a heavy scene, and probably was like, let me do this. And probably just came on set and just improv'd it. Because he literally goes through a whole reel of just, it's like the hot takes reel that you would send your acting coach or some shit. Like just every emotion. But it's done well, and there's different parts that you'll catch on, you'll gravitate to. By the end of it, trust me, you'll feel for this dude. And then you'll be right along with him. You'll be, as soon as he starts taking the drugs, starts getting crazy, starts killing, you're like, yep, I agree with you 100%. Because, guys, he gets fucking bananas in this shit. And to go along that ride, it's like The Crow, the movie The Crow. You see what happens to Eric Draven and his bride-to-be, what happened in his situation. Well, he does some pretty gruesome shit in that movie.
Yeah, it does draw parallels from that.
But it's seen as a action romance type movie.
Yeah.
But actually, the story initially started off as a horror story in a comic book. And it's like, wow. But story as old as time.
Yeah.
Just sprinkled in with crazy shit.
Strip it back and you don't make it obvious, then the overtones are a huge part. And it just builds this fucking huge, epic story.
And it's a love letter to every, our generation of horror movies. So, Hellraiser.
It's absolutely a love letter to Argento and Lovecraft and fucking everyone.
And it's got that one guy from Predator in it. I can't remember his name. The one that's shaving, dry shaving in the helicopter. He talks with him. I can't remember. He meets up with him.
Jesse Ventura?
Not Jesse Ventura. He's black. The guy in the movie's black.
Oh, right.
That Nick Cage meets up with. It's like his friend. He's like an older black guy. He plays in the original Predator. He's the guy. I think he's the guy that gets shot in the head and gets the bullet hole in his skull.
Right. Yeah.
I think he played in Commando too. I think he was one of the bad guys in Commando. Yeah, he gets killed in the airplane, I think.
Was it not Carl Weathers that was in Predator?
No. I don't know. Look it up in the chat, guys. He was like an 80s action, he usually was a bad guy. But yeah, he was one of the mercenary guys in Predator. It's the guy that Nick Cage goes to in the Mandy movie. He's friends with him. I think he has they're in a trailer, I think.
Oh, right. Yes, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. And
that guy died so many times in 80s action movies back in the day.
Right. His name's Bell Duke.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's the one in Predator, he's the one that gets scared by the pig.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's fucking weird looking.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
He hasn't acted in anything in forever. And I guess this is his first role in a long time.
Actually, no. He's done a lot.
No?
He's done a lot of TV, it looks like.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't really watch normal TV, so.
Yeah, it's
I got Hulu and Netflix and YouTube, but that's all I do.
Oh, he's still going. Bill Duke, yep. Everyone's in the chat. Bill Duke, yep. That's the guy. What's up, Tony? Peace, my brother.
Oh, and there's full on penis. So.
Oh yeah. And she fucking laughs.
And she laughs at
that dick, and he's just like, "Wait, what the fuck? You left my dick?"
Right. That was so funny. What was he, a folk singer or some shit? What was he?
Like the cult leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's like.
Could you imagine Nicolas Cage in that role though?
I can't. Honestly,
he should have pulled a Nutty Professor and just did like
all of them.
Yeah.
Just
that'd have been great.
He would have played Mandy. He would have played Red, and he would have played the cult leader.
I'd watch that movie all fucking day, dude.
Same. Absolutely.
Put a little William Dafoe and
Sand is the guy's name. Linus Roach was the guy that played the cult leader.
Right.
And
it was well acted too.
Oh man, these performances were fucking just incredible. Even Richard Brake was in it for like fucking 3 minutes.
He was?
Yeah, he's the guy that creates the LSD.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he goes in and he's the cook and he's wearing like the apron and he's just standing there with his hands up. He's just very eloquent.
Well, Richard Brake's one of those that he can kind of fade into the back a little bit too. So
yeah, he was there. He was like Matt Damon in Unsane, just kind of there.
Right. Yeah, I didn't notice Matt Damon. He didn't save that movie at all.
Very true, but like Richard Brake, it was a very intense scene where he goes in, he finds where they're manufacturing this fucking LSD, and he's just there with like a fucking Siberian tiger. Or like some sort of tiger,
right?
In a cage that just like is.
Yeah, I remember now. I think I was just thrown off because the tiger.
Yeah, he like gives. I feel like he gives the tiger the LSD in order to like test it.
I don't know, man.
Some fucking crazy ass shit. But
because at that point you got to wonder what was true and what was. Yeah, like that's the thing about the movie is it really starts blurring the lines of what the hell is really going on. Yeah.
It starts blurring the lines of reality.
Right.
For sure. But yeah.
10 out of 10 for me though.
10 for me. Anyone else below 5 can like suck a dick or something.
Right.
But yeah.
Suck a dick, lick a clit.
Yeah. Eat a butt.
Eat a butt. Booty like groceries.
Eat like a nasty butt though. Not a good butt. Nasty butt.
Like our opinions. Because everybody's got a dirty asshole. Yeah.
But yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna give a round of applause to the people that did Mandy. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
that was a good movie though, guys. I didn't expect anything from it, and I kind of gave up on Nick Cage a long time ago. And no, I'm a full-blown believer again. And I even like Drive Angry.
Right.
Like this is a lot like Drive Angry because it's kind of just that basic, principle. And I believe there's cult leaders involved in that movie too. But yeah, Nick Cage is just fucking. Or he's not really that emotional in that movie. This one, he just maybe he did do some acid or something. Like I believe he did it. No shame to the game, man. Do what you do.
Absolutely. Yeah, fucking Mandy. Mandy was the greatest film of 2018, hands down. Anyone different? Hereditary was good, but Mandy was fucking. Hands down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's such a love letter to horror movies, all packaged in a little simple tragedy story. If you love horror, like from this time, the 80s, and you like the Hellraiser stuff, and slashers, like it's really there's little bits and pieces for everything like that. It's kind of like a love letter to our generation, of horror fans. And that was really nice because a lot of people attempt to do it and fail.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'd like to see this guy do his version of an Argento movie. like Inferno maybe,
Ooh.
or not even that. No, like a Fulci zombie movie.
Oh,
That'd be trippy with like a maybe like Demons.
Right.
They do a remake of Demons in the theater. Fucking trippy as fuck.
Absolutely.
This guy, he's just his style is like all of it. You can tell his team and stuff like that are very passionate, just like he is. This is where movies are really being made and breaking new ground. Is like this in between of independent and Hollywood, and like Hereditary. That was from A4 or A24 films. Like they're known for like really no blood, like just simple basic premises.
Mm-hmm.
And look how effective it was. Halloween 2018, not the biggest budget in the world, but I would say it was a successful type of slasher movie. It really did it justice. And like that's coming from somebody who actually enjoyed the remake of Friday the 13th, and I thought Rob Zombie's Halloween was adequate. You know what I mean? It just told a different side of it. The true crime. Well, back when that came out, everybody was into true crime.
Mm-hmm.
That's why South Park had a murder porn episode. Like so everybody wanted to know why the killers did what they did. So.
Which is absolutely true. Like at that point when Halloween
And like
came out,
even with Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake, the biggest flaw in that movie was just lazy ass screenwriting, and shitty ass characters. Yeah. Because in the beginning, everybody's sad. Once again, we have an Unsane situation. Robert Englund said it best in the interview. I think it was like 2 years ago. He was like, "What failed in that movie is you never see the kids happy." And when you really think about it, it's true. We gave a shit about Nancy and all the kids because, there were moments where they were joking around and up here with a twirling lawnmower, and we didn't get that in the remake. It was all emo, much like the times were back then. Very emo.
It's very it was a very George Bush era.
Yeah, so horror is a sign of the times.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, that's like Michael Myers. Mm-hmm. He's not, and look, shit, the new Child's Play movie coming out. Like I said, I'll put money on it. I'll put $100 on it right now. It comes out. I wouldn't be surprised if Chucky is now the program, where he controls all the dolls. Because in my mind, if I want to make money and I'm a big head at a studio who's just trying to make a quick buck because this is coming out in the summer with all these big, huge blockbusters like fucking Lion King and all that shit come out this year, you're going to put it right at the beginning of blockbuster season. And then
it comes out the same day as Toy Story 4.
Oh yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah.
I'll just say that right now. I love Chucky and all that stuff as much as anybody else, but that movie is fucked, and they knew it. They knew it for a fact. Because the only way it's gonna bump up to good levels of sales is if it is a good, adequate product. But if it was a good, adequate product, don't you think we would be seeing the doll by now? Don't you think we would be hearing the voice?
Mm-hmm.
It might still work, I'm not trying to ruin it for nobody, but Pet Sematary, if you watch the most recent trailer, I'm not going to ruin it, but there are some changes being made to Stephen King's writing.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be told that because I would have liked to enjoy that in the theater, so I'm not going to do that for anybody else, but it'd be hard to not catch on to the twist that they made now with that. But at least they showed it. That's because they have faith in the movie. You know what I mean? They're like, okay, we'd much rather, kind of announce it a little bit. That way we don't get the possible negative feedback. But that movie's still going to be successful because it looks like it was well made.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know. I just get this feeling. It's like you're just modernizing it. And that's what you did with the other reboots. You know, it was good when like they did the TCM reboot. You know, that was a very low budget, very basic bone movie when it was made. You know, and it was nice to see it with a little bit more money and a little bit different like style of story. So that worked.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we got all these other ones.
Yeah.
You know, Friday the 13th. I mean, you can't really fuck that up. It's kind of the same movie. You know, Jason just gets more powers.
Yeah.
Like, all the reboot did was just mix the first 4 movies together. Yeah. Surprise.
Yeah.
That's the reboot. Like,
exactly.
But the first 15 minutes of it is the best part. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, like, even though Jason's running and doing traps and shit, to me, that's what like a real Jason would be doing. But
wilderness.
So that's
one of us campground wilderness shit. So it makes sense.
Horror is a sign of the times, man. Just like The Strangers. You know, that first movie that came out. Well, like I was newly married and had a house of my own at that time, and watching that movie, just a couple in the house, like alone, yeah, that fucked me up. Now, I mean, granted, I like The Strangers Prey at Night, but it's a different type of movie.
Yeah.
But that first one, man, like, there'd be people like, dude, that movie's not scary at all. Like, to me, it was pretty fucking freaky. But it hit home for me. I mean, horror, it's very versatile. It appeals to different people for different reasons. But I guarantee if you watch Mandy and you're a fan of like 80s, you know, like the classics of horror that we all know and talk about on this channel and, you know, or my Instagram or whatever, you're going to find something you're going to love.
You'll see where the influence comes from, for sure.
Right. Definitely.
So yeah, anyone that's not seen Mandy, fucking go and check it out. Don't listen to
definitely.
It is, just go and check it out. Just check it out.
Support the movie. Start a petition to get it in theaters. That'd be cool as shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, we finished on a good note. I'm glad that we didn't Mandy last because it was a 10.
Right. Well, I was just glad that we did that because my hype for it kind of went down a little bit. Because I just rewatched it last night. So
I fucking love it.
It's a great movie.
It's definitely rewatch. I feel like it's rewatchable, and
you experience it the same way. I've seen it 3 times.
Yep.
Ever since, like I said, since you hooked me up with that code, that was it. I've watched it 3 times.
Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. But yeah, everyone, fucking thanks for tuning in.
Is there anybody even in the chat anymore? I feel like we've just been talking about Mandy for 4 hours.
Yeah, just been talking about Mandy, to be honest. David asked who's picking the next movies. I don't know. We'll pick them when we decide to pick them. We're going to do what Freaky Girls do. We're just going to fucking tell you what we're going to pick at some point in the future.
You guys should do like a Freaky Hounds special episode.
Yeah, we did that before. Where we genuinely had all of the Freaky Girls.
That's a lot of girls, though, man.
Yeah, we had everyone, and also we had us. So,
right.
And yeah, it was everyone fucking tuned in. Everyone loved it. So,
who operates that Freaky Girls? Is that Laura?
That's Laura.
Laura, contact me, Bobby X. I want to talk to you about Martyr.
Yeah, but I'll see Laura in like a week and a half, so I'll fucking
we'll get a project together.
I'll tell her. Andrew Faye said, "See you guys in 3 months." Well, if shit goes sour in all 3 of our lives again, then yeah, you'll see us in 3 months.
You see me in 3 months.
Yeah,
I'll just make a random appearance, be like, "Hi guys."
Yeah,
it's that guy that loves Mandy.
Yeah, you were the guy that loved Mandy, the guy that hated Valentine.
Right. I hate Valentine. Fuck Valentine.
We do.
I was so mad at Cavity Colors. Like literally the day after I did that with you guys, Cavity Colors announced that they were making shirts. I was like, "Fuck you, people."
Yep.
I was like, fuck you, Dad. I know the artist Devin, who does the artwork for them, and I was like, fuck you, Devin.
Brilliant.
It looks great though. I want the shirt, but I hate the movie.
Yeah.
I've had people hit me up on Instagram, tell me they're gonna send me fucking baby face mask and shit. Like, no, please don't.
So Andrew Fay clarified that TFW is in 3 months, and that's what he means. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, oh yeah, I'll see you guys in 3 months when you do another show.
We'll say this: well played.
Yeah, well played, Faye. Well played.
Well played.
Yeah, man. Thank you everyone for fucking tuning in, man.
Thank you guys.
I love every single one of you guys. You're all fucking crazy. And you're all fucking hellhounds for life. And I fucking love that shit. Fucking subscribe to the channel. Tell people to subscribe. Fucking go on Instagram. Like the page. Fucking follow Bobby.
Exactly, guys.
Bobby's Instagram in the description already.
Support.
Follow him.
Support horror in every way, shape, or form. YouTube channels.
Yes.
Artist, whatever. Let's get this together. I mean, horror is definitely like the years of horror right now. We're kind of coming back on top of things. So, like, let's dominate some shit and really have fun with this. So,
Exactly. So everyone have a good fucking weekend. Peace. Deuces.
deuces.